All right, Bruce Arians making his Arizona coaching debut on the road in St. Louis. He's got a real quarterback in Carson Palmer under center out there. How about in the first quarter? Sam Bradford hitting his new tight end, Jared Cook.
I told him about this kid. This kid is a playmaker, man.
Tyrann Mathieu, don't call him Honey Badger anymore.
That may be one of the best plays I've seen in a long time.
That is a touchback for the Cardinals. Third quarter, Rams up 3. Bradford, the tip, the pick by Dan Williams, and big man with ball in end zone.
That's a pretty athletic move right there for Dan.
Cards take a 17-13 lead. Next Cardinals possession, Carson Palmer to Larry Fitzgerald. 8 catches, 80 yards, 2 into the end zone. The Cardinals are up double digits in this one. Fourth quarter, they're only up, though, 3. Palmer, pressured by Robert Quinn. 4 sacks for the Rams on the day. We got a fumble.
Church's money on the ground.
Recovered by Chris Long, and the Rams kick a field goal to tie it at 24. Under 2 to go. Bradford to Jared Cook. He hangs on this time. Up the sideline, inside the Cardinal 40. So now who do you turn it over?
Young Jeezy.
There he is from 48 yards out for the game winner. The Rams, their first opening season W since 2006. Yeah, well, and with good reason, because we got plenty to get to in this one. Cardinals home opener for Carson Palmer. Bruce Arians taking on Detroit, which hasn't won there in 20 years. Calvin Johnson, 37 yards receiving a week ago. Did a little bit better on this play.
Oh, see, this is one of those plays. You got him, I got him. No, I got him, and he scores.
72 yards on that touch. Detroit up 7-3. Later on in the frame, Cards up 10-7. Stafford to Johnson.
Real route. Nice pick play.
6 catches, $116, those 2 scores. Third quarter, Lions up 14-10. Now, earlier in the game, Reggie Bush injured his leg. He's back in it at this point. Maybe he shouldn't have been. Ends up dropping it. Calais Campbell recovers, led to a Arizona field goal, so they're back within 1. Next Cards possession, Carson Palmer. Still have life in that arm, LT?
Oh, yes, sir, he did. He still has a live arm, but to the wrong defender.
DeAndre Levy picks it off, and immediately Ndamukong Suh fell to the ground to save himself $100K. I promise you that. So the Lions extend their lead. They're up 21-13. But here comes Carson Palmer. You know why? Because he's got
Patrick Peterson. Look at this guy. He can run. He can throw. Hey, Prime, did you ever do this?
Oh, no.
I threw the ball, but I didn't complete it.
You're over?
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. It was the receiver's fault.
Always is. Terry Taylor, 17 yards on that. It would lead to another Cardinals field goal. But fourth quarter, 2nd and goal for Arizona. Rashard Mendenhall.
Get in there.
Is he?
Did he break the plane?
He's in. He's in, and the Cardinals have a 4-point lead. So here comes Matthew Stafford to Nate Burleson, but
there's your guy.
That's my guy. I told several teams, you better draft this kid. He's going to be a stud.
Cardinals get the win, 25-21, as Detroit's lost 7 straight out in the desert. Okay, we move down to the Bayou, and the Saints didn't get their 3rd win last year until November 5th. Looking at 3-0, facing the Cardinals, and Carson Palmer under duress all day. This Saints defense much improved, Marshall Faulk.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, listen, they had a lot of room to get better.
Cameron Jordan, the guy applying a lot of the pressure on this day. 2 sacks. Palmer was dropped 4 times on the day, completed just 18 of 35 passes. In the meantime, Jimmy Graham is a free agent to be. Anybody up here want to be his agent?
Hey, Jimmy being his own agent right now. This is exactly how to be your own agent.
The touchdown grab, and he has replaced Tony Gonzalez as the best dunker post-TD catch in the league.
That was on number 37. I want you to count these now.
2 Saints possessions later.
Look at this right
Drew
here.
Brees to Jimmy Graham. 9 catches, $134, and a score on the day.
32. That was Tyrann Mathieu, though. That one, that was 32.
That's real right there, boy. That's the new.
We're going to say we got to put somebody else on.
Prototype.
He's beating all of us.
Put
somebody else on.
Here's the other touchdown by Graham. 8 consecutive 300-yard passing days for Drew Brees.
He put everybody on it.
Last time the Saints were 3-0, they won it all.
He said, we'll beat everybody you got.
Arizona, Tampa Bay. And the first face we're going to see, Josh Freeman.
Wow, how about that?
Nice
we still love you, Josh.
Benched earlier in the week, the rookie Mike Glennon getting his first start, and there's his first touchdown toss.
Not bad. The ball, they get the ball because of a turnover, and that's how he gets his first touchdown and takes it home with him.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that ball. Third quarter now. Ball on the Bucs' 33-yard line. Carson Palmer under some pressure. Picked off by Darrelle Revis.
Yeah, you know, the bailout ball, I really don't like that. You know, the guy just chuck and duck. That never can end well.
Normally does not.
Revis having a big day, man. Showing you he's still got it. Nice job by Darrelle Revis.
First career INT with his new team. Fourth quarter, Buccaneers leading 10-3. Glennon. There's a pretty good corner on the other side of the field, too, and that's Patrick Peterson.
That is correct.
Cardinals take over with excellent field position there on the 13-yard line.
And you have to ask yourself the question, you know, this offense really kind of looks the same. But Tampa Bay's defense has played well all season long, and that's just too much pressure to put on a team. You're talking only 3 points with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Just a tremendous amount of pressure they're putting on their defense.
That was Palmer to Fitzgerald. This is Glennon being sacked by Dante Moak.
Oh, man.
Wow. Almost a safety, but as it is, just a 9-yard loss. Buccaneers forced to punt. Arizona next possession, 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay 38. Palmer with time. Jerron Brown,
nice.
Excellent catch.
Wow, and that should be 15 on top of that. That's one of those kind of...
Deshaun Goldson,
yeah.
Who else?
Wow.
Adds another 10 yards to the play, sets up the Cardinals for an easy field goal.
He might be sitting down next week. I think the league's about had enough of those.
There it is, and that's how the Cardinals go on top, 13-10, 27-yard field goal from Jay Feely. Next Tampa Bay possession, 4th play of this drive. Glennon again picked off by Patrick Peterson.
Oh, man. Just not good.
Patrick Peterson, 2 interceptions in that quarter. Big smile on the sideline. Mike Glennon had 2 picks in the fourth quarter. What started out well ended poorly, and it's 13-10 Cardinals. That's how they moved to 2-2, and the Buccaneers still looking for that first win.
And look at that stat line. That stat line looks just like it looked the week before in the last few weeks. To me, it's a consistent theme. The quarterback position, I don't know whether you want to say they're not playing well or the X's and O's aren't good because they put another guy in and he's a young player and he showed you some signs. But again, that looked just like what Freeman was doing.
Right. We have our first look at a late game here. The Panthers and the Cardinals. Cam Newton sacked by Calais Campbell.
Calais Campbell, big, tall, athletic, strong.
Carson Palmer. Jim Dre, 7-yard touchdown. The Cardinals leading at that point 22-6.
That's all they needed. They just needed a touchdown.
Hey, the Cardinals have a winning record. 3-2, not so bad. Panthers fall to 1-3.
All right, what about the Cardinals and the Niners? Colin Kaepernick, 6 completions last week. 6? Wow. Carson Palmer was completing a lot to the other team today, but this one to Larry Fitzgerald, who was 50-50 with a bad hammy. He doesn't look like he's got a bad hammy here.
No, at times Carson Palmer will throw into double coverage, but you got to give it a shot because Larry Fitzgerald is your only valuable receiver out there.
6 catches, $117, and a score for Fitz. Second quarter, Palmer dropped in the end zone. We call that a safety. Okay, good. See, somebody up here knows. I had no idea what they call that. So it's 8-7. 8-7. All right, it's now 15-14. Kaepernick to Vernon Davis for the score.
And you talked about those tight ends. There's another one right there. You put your best guy on him because he's fast.
7 catches, $171, and 2 scores for him. Third quarter, Carson Palmer to Michael Floyd, the second-year kid out of Notre Dame. That's a good pitch and catch.
Nice throw.
Cards would fail in 2-point conversion, so they're still down 2. Then Palmer looking for Fitzgerald, and he got it, but he kicked it. Somebody loses it. It's on the carpet, and the Niners recover. 4 turnovers on the day for Arizona. Ensuing drive, Jim Harbaugh, 4th and 1. What do we do at the 34? Do we go for it? Do we kick? We're going for it, and it's Bruce Miller up the middle. Who loved the call?
I love the call.
I love the call.
Frank Gore?
No. Good for me. Good for me. And then it's Kendall Hunter. He's a nice changer.
He is a nice change of pace back. Doing a great job spilling for Frank Gore.
And then after the TD, that's Teron Matthews.
He kept running.
That's your guy.
Slamming Hunter to the turf. And here comes Anquan Bolden, the former Cardinal.
Badger back.
Hey.
Niners get another victory as they improve to 4-2.
Kickoff week number 7 here in Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, 6 receptions shy of 800 in his career. Marshawn doing his Skittles thing before doing his beast mode thing in the desert. Russell Wilson came out. What a play, Kurt Warner. What a play Russell Wilson made right here in the first quarter.
Well, and Arizona brought pressure here, but you got to keep contained on this guy if you bring pressure. He got outside. What a great throw on the outside.
We talked about that in the pregame, that you have to stay with those receivers, Rich, at all times, because Russell Wilson will buy time and find them.
And he'll also find Zach Miller in the end zone to make it a 14-0 lead. The crowd going crazy because Richard Sherman just crashed our set in the middle of this highlight. Pete Carroll is all fired up, chewing gum and all whatnot. 14-3 is the score when Russell Wilson in the plus, right in his own shadow of his own goal line. There were some protection issues on Russell Wilson tonight, and this one cost him, Steve.
And there was, and this was a coverage sack, Rich, because there was no place to go with the football. Nobody could separate open. He held the ball a little too long.
Matt Shaughnessy forced it loose. Calais Campbell recovered it. Rashard Mendenhall turned it into a touchdown, and it was 17-10 at halftime, but 17-13 on 3rd and 3, a monster play right here.
That's the type of play you can't coach, you can't stop, you can't defend. This guy just knows how to make plays.
Moving the chains right there. Clearly his knee was not down. Clearly a catch by Miller, moving the chains, and that led to Marshawn Lynch 3 plays later on 2nd and 6. This is the beast mode we refer to.
And this is the original, what we call OG beasting right here. That's original gangster beasting. That's what Marshawn Lynch did tonight.
It looked like Lynch had got it in the end zone.
OG beasting.
OG beasting, almost. It seemed like it went in the end zone, but after further review, it was on the half-inch line, so it just turned into a Russell Wilson to Kellen Davis touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Wilson, 24-13, and that's when the Legion of Boom made its presence felt. Brandon Browner with the pick right here, almost a pick 60.
I don't know how he falls. Let me tell you something. This was a great play defensively, but you can see Pete Carroll, we cut away to him. He's laughing on the play because this is hilarious for this kid to
It's a league-leading 11th interception of the season for the Seattle defense. Palmer's 13th interception, 2nd most behind only Eli. And that one was a Marshawn Lynch score, his 6th rushing touchdown of the year, and that essentially wrapped it up. 34-22 is your final score. The Seahawks are 6-1 for the first time in team history. Again, the crowd here is going crazy.
It's the Cardinals and the Falcons today. Each team looking to kind of get back into that NFC playoff race. 1st and 20 after the penalty. Backside pressure. Palmer throws a pick. It's Samuel. Asante Samuel has got 51 career interceptions. Maybe it'll help this Arizona offense. Here's Palmer, going to unload it deep. He's got a man wide open, and a completion down to the 10. Fitzgerald's in the slot left, bottom of your screen. You see him, number 11. Palmer's got time, end zone. He's got a touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald.
As you see another rookie in Ellington.
And Ellington has some room. In the speed. Andre Ellington, 80 yards. 2nd and 8. Arizona driving again. Palmer fires. Floyd. Touchdown, Arizona. A bullet from Palmer. Cardinals rush 4. Ryan unloads. It's intercepted. Darrell Washington. Blitz picked up. Ryan going deep into double coverage. It's intercepted. Picked off by Johnson, who's tripped up across the 20. Ryan intercepted again. The 3rd time they got him. It's Matthew. Pressure. Ryan lets it fly. And it's going to be intercepted for the 4th time. Rashad Johnson. It's amazing. The Cardinals have the recipe to picking off Matt Ryan. 4 interceptions today. Dansby got the pressure, and Arizona's going to lock this one up.
Wade Phillips, the acting head coach for the Houston Texans, as Gary Kubiak recovers at home following last week's sideline collapse. First play from scrimmage for Case Keenum. That's the old whiff right there, picked up by Matt Shaughnessy in the score.
That's not how you want to
start a game.
You mean that's not on the sheet, the 15-play sheet?
That's not on your first 15.
I'm furious. If I'm coaching, I'm furious right now.
Cards up 7-zip. Next Texans possession, though. Keenum much better on this drive. Finding Andre Johnson. Look at the footwork here. Yeah. Watch this.
Get him down. Beautiful.
You mean by the cameraman or Andre Johnson?
No, Andre Johnson. That balling right there. Didn't have the cameraman on my fantasy team, so Andre Johnson doing it right there. 4th quarter, Cards ball up by 3. Carson Palmer threw for 241 and 2 scores. Here to Andre Roberts.
Nice wheel route, baby.
And the Cards are up 10. Later on in the fourth, after Rashard Mendenhall fumble, 3rd and goal, it's Keenum to Andre Johnson. He's got 5 TD catches in the last 2 weeks.
That's a great play. Sometimes you just got to give credit to the receiver.
They would look at it. Of course, every score is reviewed, and that
That's where you want those big receivers.
is a touchdown.
Go up and get it.
$1:30 to go, 4th and 3. Keenum looking for DeAndre Hopkins, and that's going to do it. Cardinals, they're 5-4 in the year. Texans have lost 7 straight. 27-24 is your final.
Cardinals and the Jaguars. Carson Palmer. Maybe today's the day I throw my career-long touchdown pass. Gus Bradley and the Jags are red hot. Winners of 1 in a row. First quarter, no score. Jags on 4th and 1. Chad Henne looking for Danny Noble. Who? Danny Noble, who goes 62 yards for a touchdown, first career and only catch of the day for the second-year undrafted tight end from Toledo, partying like they're winning the Motor City Bowl. Cardinals ensuing possession, trailing 7-0. 2nd and 10 from the Jags 14. It's Palmer looking for Larry Fitzgerald, and touchdown. Fitzgerald had 6 catches for 61 yards and a score on the day. So now the Jags trying to come back. Henne looking for Mercedes Lewis in the end zone. Incomplete. Penalty flag gets thrown late. Why? After the play, Lewis and safety Jeremiah Bell get into it. Bell gets called for taunting. I wonder if Mercedes Lewis gets fantasy points for that. No, probably not. Fresh set of downs. Next play, MJD in the end zone. Maurice Jones-Drew, 23 yards rushing and a score on the day. Jags lead 14-7. Second quarter, Cardinals ball trailing 14-7. Palmer starts looking up with Michael Floyd. Here he is to the right. Great catch by Floyd for 22 yards. Look at it again. Extending his hands, gets the feet down, keep the drive moving. 2 plays later, 22 yards to Michael Floyd works so well. Let's try 22 yards again to Michael Floyd. Rashard Mendenhall would score a 5-yard touchdown run on the next play. So third quarter, Cardinals ball. Now they're leading 17-14. 3rd and 10 from the Cardinals 9. Could be a big play from the Jaguars defense. Let's tackle Michael Floyd. You get him. No, you get him. You get him. I got him right here. I'll get, and uh-oh. There goes Michael Floyd. 91 yards. Carson Palmer's longest career touchdown pass. Watch again as 4 Jaguars had a chance and missed tackles. Little push off there, not called. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cards lead 24-14. Carson Palmer threw for 419 on the day. Cardinals ensuing possession, 2nd and 10. They give the ball to Andre Ellington. No gain, but he does suffer a big loss. Jason Babin comes up with a handful of Ellington's braids. I hate when that happens. I think Ellington lost more braids than he had yards rushing on the day. 24-14, 4th quarter, Jaguars trailing, 1st and 20 from their own 32. Chad Henne, intercepted by Gerard Powers. 21st takeaway of the season. The Cardinals, very underrated defense. They win 27-14, keeping those playoff hopes alive in the desert.
Cardinals trying to improve to 7-4 as well, taking on the Colts. Bruce Arians, he won Coach of the Year honors, going 9-3 last year when Chuck Pagano was ill. Meeting each other, and boy, the Colts had no answer for Larry Fitzgerald early on. Carson Palmer to Fitz, who gave the Colts fits on this day. 7-zip Arizona. Then on in the second, Palmer to Larry Fitzgerald. You know, we forget about this guy a little bit.
Nice double move, nice corner route. Set him up by taking the inside. Great throw and catch.
This one was over early. If it had been a fight, it would have been stopped. Now 3rd and 13 later on in the second quarter, Palmer to Fitzgerald. That's over 11,000 receiving yards for this man.
Wow. Keep that ball.
We'll see you in Canton one
youngest.
day.
He's the youngest to reach that number.
That ain't bad at 30 years and 85 days old. Randy Moss was the previous youngest. All right, in the meantime, Colts had their chances, right? We could bet. No, can't make that play. Almost picked off by Vontae Davis. And then Antoine Bethea.
This is a different team without Reggie Wayne.
Yep.
Well, the Colts on offense, definitely, because Carlos Dansby says, I'll just take that and run it back. That's his first touchdown since the one that ended that Green Bay playoff game 2 years ago. Remember that?
That's a good fun fact.
40-11.
Wow.
The final.
40 burger.
Is it possible that a guy like Bruce Arians can win Coach of the Year?
Arizona and Philadelphia, Carson Palmer, who I may have to pick up and start in my fantasy playoffs next week. Chip Kelly, Eagles 6-5, need a win to keep up with the Cowboys in the NFC East. How about Nick Foles? 16 touchdowns, no picks coming into the game, 128 passer rating. The single-season record is Aaron Rodgers in 2011. First quarter, no score. Eagles ball, Nick Foles. Zach Ertz, 6-yard touchdown. Ertz is second of the year. Eagles take a 7-0 lead. Foles and Ertz are pumped. That's Nick Foles. He'll throw to anybody. He doesn't care. Second quarter, game tied at 7. Nick Foles looking for Riley Cooper. Look at the one-handed grab by Cooper. He picks up 24 yards. Look at that. That is what we call full extension. I could get up that high if I stood on like 3-step ladders. That would lead to a 32-yard field goal. Eagles up 10-7, second quarter. Foles again. Brent Selleck. You know, my tight ends have been ignored so far this season with all my touchdown passes. I'm going there. Eagles lead 17-7. How about Carson Palmer? Careless with the football early in this one. Palmer sacked by Trent Cole, fumbles, recovered by Benny Logan. Eagles take over. Bruce Arians. That's not how I drew that one up, Carson. Next Cardinals drive. Palmer looking for Michael Floyd. Instead, it's picked off by Nate Allen. He returns it 43 yards to the Eagles' 48-yard line. Allen's first pick of the year. Eagles take over. Carson Palmer just can't believe it. This hasn't been working like this the last few weeks. Second quarter, 7:59 left in the first half. Cardinals ball trailing 7-zip. 3rd and 20. Palmer hits Larry Fitzgerald, and there goes Larry Fitzgerald. 43 yards later, he's in the end zone. Fitz and Carson. Okay, that's what we've been doing the last few weeks. Halftime score, 17-7 Eagles. Third quarter, Eagles ball still 17-7. It's Nick Foles. I'm just throwing to my tight ends today. That's all I'm doing. Zach Ertz in the end zone, his second of the game. Now 19 touchdowns and no picks to start the season. Eagles up 24-7. But this would not be a rollover. Cardinals drive. Now down 24-7. Palmer. Michael Floyd over the middle. Gets his feet down for the touchdown. Now 24-14. Fourth quarter now, 6 minutes and 2 seconds left. Cardinals ball still trailing 24-14. First and 10, the Eagles 43. Palmer is just able to get the throw away. And Michael Floyd runs under it, stops, goes back and gets it. 34 yards to the Cardinals' 9-yard line, to the Eagles' 9-yard line. 3 plays later, second and goal, the Eagles 3. Carson Palmer, Jim Dre for a 3-yard touchdown. Palmer, Dre are pumped. Chip Kelly, this was a 24-7 game, wasn't it? Ensuing Eagles drive, 4 minutes to go. Nick Foles pressured, throws off his back foot. It's picked off by Patrick Peterson. This could be a Cardinals fit, but hang on, there it is. Flag on the play, watch this. Tyrann Mathieu gets called for defensive holding. Yep, had a hold of him 10 yards down the field. That gets wiped off. 3 plays later, 2:29 left to go. Nick Foles tries to scramble. Tackled by Darrell Washington, though short of the first down. Eagles are forced to punt. So the Cardinals have the ball back. $1:55 left to go. Bruce Arians going for it on 4th and 5 at their own 15. Carson Palmer looking for his new best friend, Michael Floyd. And as you can see the score up there before the pass was thrown, an incomplete pass. Eagles run out the clock and win at 24-21. Foles, 3 touchdowns and no INTs.
7-5, don't sleep on them. No. Taking on the Rams, Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald. He's been balling.
He's a beast. He's consistent through his career. It doesn't matter which quarterback it is. He's having a good year.
All right, that's the good news. This is the terrible news. Tyrann Mathieu, and what a year he has had. The rookie trying to keep the play alive, and he doesn't. Our Ian Rappaport is reporting a torn ACL MRI coming on Monday.
Right there. See, he picked that leg up and when they want to put it down. Young returners, when they have you in the grasp, go down. You're not going to break away from it. Just go down.
Cardinals win this one by 20. As you can see, go down is exactly what Honey Badger did as he was trying to approach the sideline.
Praying for you, boy.
By head coach Bruce Arians, his quarterback Carson Palmer. Rush the passer. You're rushing the passer on every down now. Fitzpatrick throws, and that one is picked off. Kaysen to the end zone, touchdown. They get the high bounce. The ball is loose. Tennessee has recovered. Fitzpatrick throws, touchdown! Michael Preston! Arizona. Fitzpatrick gets hit. I see Eason intercepted. Antoine Cason. Cason returns it across the 45 up to the 47. A 41-yard field goal attempt for the win for Jay Feely. And Feely's kick is up and good, and Arizona wins it in overtime. 37-34.
How many Seahawks will be available? They might be playing in a big game the following week. Of course, they can clinch home field with a win over Arizona, who needed a W just to stay in the playoff picture. Carson Palmer's already been picked twice here under a minute to go in the first half. Tip drill, and Malcolm Smith, he swipes it, but watch Palmer. Give him a little credit, because at least he tries to bring him down, and that was critical. Because on 3rd and goal from the 1, Russell Wilson trying to punch it in, but instead he just throws it away. So they're going to settle for a Stephen Hauschka field goal, and most likely a 6-3 halftime lead, right? That's what you're thinking. Except Hauschka goes boing.
No, he did.
And watch Tony Jefferson. He's thinking it's the Arena League. I'm going to pick it and run with it.
I don't blame him, man. Heads up play.
4th quarter, Cards up 9-3. 2nd and goal for Russell Wilson. He finds Zach Miller.
Name is Russell. Last name Wilson.
And Seattle's got a 10-9 lead. But here come the Cards. The ensuing possession. Watch Palmer, not known for those nimble feet. He gets out of the pocket, keeps the play alive, and finds Jake Ballard for a gain of 17.
Palmer. That's a great play.
6 plays later, it's 3rd and 6. Is it Larry Fitzgerald? No, it's Michael Floyd, who's a baller.
Just a big play by Michael Floyd right here. That nice battle with Richard Sherman earlier. He comes up with the play right there. That's a game winner by a guy that's saying, I'm making a claim in this league.
That one over Byron Maxwell. But here come the Seahawks. Can Russell Wilson do it?
That's his first catch of the day.
Looking for Doug Baldwin. Ball's in the air and picked by Carlos Dansby. And you're thinking, well, wait a second. Didn't that hit the turf?
That was terrific. Ooh.
But watch it. It goes off of Baldwin's arm.
Man, that's off the turf, man.
I don't know.
They didn't
reverse.
Hey, it snapped Seattle's 14-game home winning streak. Russell Wilson's first home loss since he was at NC State.
Ever?
Clock at 2. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Kaepernick to the end zone. Bolden, touchdown. 1st and goal from the Cardinals 3. Kaepernick, end zone, touchdown. Vernon Davis. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Palmer to the end zone. Touchdown, Jake Ballard. His 5th of the season. Palmer firing downfield to the end zone. Roberts has it. Touchdown.
That is a great catch by Andre Roberts. Tremaine Brock looking for pass interference. Nice no call by the officials.
Dawson from 40 for the win. His kick is good. Phil Dawson with a 56-yarder and now a 40-yard game-winning field goal in the final seconds. Jim Harbaugh's 49ers finish at 12-4, the number 5 seed of the NFC. Terrific season for the Cardinals, first year under head coach Bruce Arians. Cardinals finish at 10-6.